Tonight, we are following up on a claim made by an East Tennessee congressman on a national broadcast suggesting protesters on the streets of Minneapolis are paid. Anchor John Becker joins us with new context to a story we first reported last week. John?
Shay, we're taking you to the streets of Minneapolis to hear reaction from protesters. But first, a reminder about the accusation from that East Tennessee representative, Tim Burchett, on Fox.
These paid protesters, which you're seeing a lot of, it's just like Memphis, Tennessee. They sent in the National Guard, and all the paid protesters were on the news saying how horrible it was. Then they go back and interview some of the people that live in the projects and some of those rougher areas, the moms that have lost kids. They said, "Dadgum, we're glad you're here." And I think that's what you'll see.
Our team in Minneapolis worked to verify the claim by the congressman with a random sample of demonstrators on the streets.
That's a laugh. You can't pay people enough in 20-degree below zero weather to be out. And I was out in that too. And frankly, if I had to, I would pay to be here. There's nobody that's going to pay me to stand up for what's right.
Ridiculous. I've got duct tape on my jacket. I'm not getting paid. No one's getting paid. We're all out here. It's obvious. It's in their hearts. That's why they're here.
Paid with love, paid with hope, paid with, I don't know, definitely not that. I just have to call that bull. To be completely honest with you, I can't believe that's even like a thought.
Oh God, I wish. Are you kidding me?
I'm being paid in the kindness of others giving me hand warmers and looking out for us and helping us support them.
I think it's such bull because to know that you know that we're here for free, but you're trying to flip the narrative on us because you know our voice is heard and everyone knows we're here, everyone knows we're not paid, and they're not fooling everyone by saying that.
Even with actions such as striking, it's like a lot of people like, you know, I'm not getting paid today because I'm out here, so it's like, it's kind of the opposite of being paid to protest. Like, a lot of people are actually kind of sacrificing whether it's their time or, you know, their shift or things like that in order to participate.
A lot of us are actively losing paychecks to be here, so we are no payment necessary. It's an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to be able to safely leave our homes right now.
That's ridiculous. Nobody's paying us. That's ridiculous. We're just decent people. Maybe he's not used to that.
We are also hearing tonight from our reporter at our sister station in Minneapolis. The former reporter for WBIR TV has documented the state of the streets since the start of the new crackdown by federal immigration agents and the response from demonstrators.
The vast majority of people I've spoken to at the protests are Minnesotans, whether they're from Minneapolis or St. Paul or any one of the number of suburbs that surround the Twin Cities. Now, there are a handful of people I've spoken to who tell me they are from out of state, from places like Chicago or California. But even then, they tell me that they have some sort of connection to Minnesota, whether they were born here and then moved elsewhere, or some of them still have family who live here, but they don't currently reside in the state themselves. But again, the vast majority of people that we are talking to at the protests are local.
That's Raya Katene with Perspective. We did reach out to the office of Congressman Tim Burchett for evidence to back up his claim about paid protesters. In a statement last week, his spokesperson wrote, "It is well documented that left-wing organizations facilitate these protests. This has been occurring for years." His office cited evidence, an article in the New York Post. It focuses funding from a progressive billionaire going to the activist group and members of what's called Indivisible. The nationwide nonprofit helps organize demonstrations across the country. Indivisible says it's made up of everyday people and volunteer-led. Again, in the last week, we have found zero reporting suggesting either person shot and killed by federal agents last month in Minnesota received any money for taking part in the demonstrations. Shay?
All right. Thank you so much, John.